Oh, there's a ding. With that, we are beginning. The
Sorry.
That's okay. Things make the world go round. We got our 25th episode here. Everybody's being real quiet, so I guess I'll get us to this. We got some news this week. We're off to a great start. I'm enjoying this. We got some news this week. We're going to start off with talking about Darksiders 3, the reveal, the IGN exclusive. So I don't think we got. Have we actually heard some news about?
Oh, this? You know what? Rick is right. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about
it. They don't exist.
Oh shoot.
Well, I don't know. I liked the first two games. I liked the first one a lot. But I don't know. There's this. We were talking about it at length off the air, but it just doesn't have. I don't know. There's something not right about it. Darksiders 3.
That would be the catchphrase.
Yeah.
Something not right about this. Darksiders 3.
It seems really dull. I don't know.
So, oh, I just had a. Excuse me.
Before, Eric, you have to plug your ears. Here's what I don't like about it, because Eric hasn't played the first two.
Okay.
Oh no.
Are you earmuffing yet?
Spoiler alert.
Wait.
Spoiler alert.
My ears. Can we not do this?
But it kind of relates to why I don't like the teaser trailer.
Yeah. Well, if it's important.
All right. Tell you what. Put my phone down. Go in the other room. You got 10 seconds.
Well, here. You know what? Actually, I know how to say it without revealing it because
there we go.
See it. So at one point in the Darksiders, it's all about the four horsemen. And the thing about the Darksiders, it's the story about these four people, and they're like inseparable. And the whole game is about trying to like save, war and save death and all these people. So when in the trailer, when Fury walks by war and nothing happens, it's kind of irritating. So at least to me, so maybe she's like part of the reason of everything that's going on. But then I don't know. It just doesn't feel Darksiders to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's definitely a fair. Given you feel that it doesn't tonally fit with the lore we've been fed so far. Is that fair?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Darksiders 2, the whole game is about death saving war. And like in Eric, you'll see that is like that's the whole theme of this game. It's not really destruction upon everything. It's about these four. The real story is it should be about these four horsemen. And that's what it's about.
Well, they're a brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
Well, brotherhood and sister. So
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
okay.
You'll learn more about who they are in Darksiders 2. And it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. So I'll be interested. And then we were kind of talking about this earlier too. The original 7 Sins, like they just feel shoehorned in. Like I don't think Joe Mad had any intentions of trying to. I don't know. It just seems shoehorned in.
Yeah, I think the gameplay looks kind of dull. I'm not sold on the whole whip thing, and it seems like that's going to be pretty important to the game because she uses it to traverse, expanses and stuff like that. But I don't know.
So
yeah.
We'll find out.
Jay. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm having a rough time speaking. Rick and I were talking about this before the cast started, and I think that because this is pretty early footage, this game's coming out next year, and it could be late next year. This game isn't getting ready to launch in the next month or so. I think they put together a vertical slice, which I read on the internet is lingo as a playable, show-offable, thin verticality of a game.
Yeah.
So basically, this is basically the bare minimum slice of a single part of the game. And I think if that's what they did, we're going to see a lot more evolution throughout the development cycle, and I'm not too worried about it. But I'm going to agree that that looks stilted and stiff, especially for being a whip. I think it needs to feel more fluid.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder if you're going to be able to like switch through weapons, because like the first one, obviously, you get war, sword, chaos, and you kind of stick with that. But then you can switch, your secondary attack is like,
Yeah, exactly.
you can switch between that. And then in Darksiders 2, they took it to a whole new level, and you didn't even need to have a sickle. I mean, there's like a bunch of different weapons for like ranged attacks and whatnot. So I'll be interesting to see kind of how they play that into it.
And I think it's also important to mention that Fury is apparently supposed to be a big magic user, and we didn't see any of that. So
Yeah,
I think there's a
exactly.
lot. I think they basically wanted to show off a proof of concept. I think we're going to be seeing a ton more in the future.
Well, you know what actually bothers me a lot is that she's Fury. Why isn't she Pestilence or Plague or Famine or something like that? I mean, I know we kind of talked about the fact that it might be a little hard to market that, but it just, I don't know. It's the Four Horsemen. I mean, are we just going to make up Four Horsemen now?
Well,
I mean, could we have friendship?
looking.
The four Care Bear horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah. Caring.
I just started the first game, and Fury and Strife are listed from the first game. So this isn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
So this isn't some, off the cuff decision. I think I agree with you that from the beginning they should have always been Pestilence and Famine.
Yeah.
But I think they knew, like you said, from back then, that's going to be hard to build combat around.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I totally agree.
It's just I would prefer it if it was just, she was a more typical horseman, like the titles and stuff like that. I didn't remember that from the first game though, so at least they're consistent.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I would much rather play the biblical Four Horsemen, but this is neat. So
Nice. Well,
yep.
Nice.
I'm sure we'll learn more about it at E3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna find out it's a Switch exclusive, and the aesthetics are gonna make sense.
No. It's definitely not a Switch exclusive.
Hey.
I would love it. Believe me, Eric.
That'd be
I
so
would
funny.
freaking love it, but it's not going to happen.
Like, I don't have any illusions. I know it's not going to happen. But if someone told you that Bayonetta 2 was going to be a Wii U exclusive before it was announced, you wouldn't have never believed that.
Actually, I would have believed that.
Well,
I don't know why, but I would have.
I wouldn't have.
It's just, I don't know. I mean, this is a big game. This is going to be huge.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And I don't mean, in terms of like sales and stuff like that. I mean, it's just going to be a huge game. Going to be a lot going on. So I don't see it.
It's gonna be a lot of hype to live up to.
With the
also, yeah, exactly. Also, we had discussed a double pack, and I would really love to see that for the Wii U. We won't see. I mean, yeah, for the Wii U, for the Switch, we won't see that either. But that would be really cool. The first and second game, because I haven't played the remastered versions.
Well, you know what? I hope not, because I just bought them on the Xbox One.
Well, now you've confirmed it.
What? Oh yeah. Of course, right? That would figure. But
Nadia, did you see the trailer?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Jeez.
Have you ever played Darksiders at all?
I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
I think you would really like it. I mean, it's probably more action oriented than the stuff you normally go for, but I think you'd really like it. It's a really cool game. It's got a really deep story. It's pretty neat stuff.
Okay, I'll give it a try if I have a chance to. Sure.
Yeah, if you ever do, I think you'd like it.
Now,
I think everyone should play the first two. I mean, they're amazing.
They really are.
I'm still enjoying the first one, So
yeah, and they're on sale like crazy at the moment. They're like 80% off on Steam. And then what'd you do, Eric? You just bought the 2-pack for $20, right?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
A game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
And I reviewed the first and second one. They're both up on the site if anyone wants to read the remastered edition. So.
Awesome.
Or wait, no. I only did the first one. I bought the second one because I love
Didn't
it.
you do? Wait a minute. I think somebody reviewed the second one.
Did they?
Think so.
Yeah.
Shoot, maybe they didn't, but I thought so.
You know what I think it was though, actually, because I was looking through it. We reviewed the first War Mastered for the PC and then the Xbox.
Oh. You know what?
Because they just sent us 2 codes like 6 months apart. So
I'm looking at it now, and we reviewed Darksiders 2 the first time around.
Okay.
On PS3. So
nice.
there's that. If anybody wants to go read that, that's from way back in 2012.
Way
so.
back.
Cool.
I remember
now
the
what-
marketing for Darksiders too. Sorry, one more tangent. You remember that, Jason?
I do.
It was good. It was so good.
It was good. Oh, poor THQ.
I know, dude. I don't understand. I just don't understand what happened. Because that game was a commercial success. I mean, it was. And the first one was after. I mean, it wasn't like a super commercial success, but it was a successful game.
Yes.
I know they both were. And I mean, what else did THQ make? Did they make Tony Hawk like the first one?
No, I think that was Activision.
Never saw
Activision.
first.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm just
never
trying to
mind.
think, what game was it that they made that just bombed so bad? Because it was pretty shocking to the gaming industry and, the gaming community when they were like, THQ's like shuttered down.
Yeah, Rick, you're totally right. There was, I want to say there was maybe more than one game that just did really, really horrible.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure it was like a domino effect kind of thing. Because I remember reading articles about how, they kind of like deep silvered people and they weren't paying people and it just kind of got really crappy. So,
ooh, deep silvered.
Yeah, I just verbed that.
You've been deep silvered. No.
I just want to get paid.
We should make a show like Burn Notice. Remember Burn Notice? We should do that for the gaming industry and call it Deep Silvered.
I like it.
Was it Bruce Campbell?
Man.
Yes. Bruce Campbell was in Burn Notice. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, he was.
Now, one more thing before we move on from Darksiders 3 chat. Does anybody here hope that they release a graphic novel prequel for it, like they did for the first 2?
Oh,
I have
yeah.
no idea.
I mean, I would love to see that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, it's more Darksiders is good Darksiders. So.
What about Darksiders babies? Would you be down for that?
You know what? I would try it. I would try it only if it's done in the style of Muppet Babies. But
Well,
I would try it.
Oh.
God would have to be the nursery attendant.
It would be on right after Watchmen Babies.
It would, yes. What a block of programming. Oh
Right?
my God, the best.
That would be awesome.
That would be. See, Saturday mornings aren't the same anymore.
They're not. Now they're filled with like learning TV shows like Jack Hanna and all those weird shows.
Oh, seriously, nobody wants to see that.
No. Kids learn all week long. They don't want to learn on the weekends too.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I know I didn't. I wanted X-Men and Batman and Muppet Babies.
And Spider-Man.
Yes, and Spider-Man.
Oh,
God, those shows were good. Yeah.
You guys missed out.
Yep.
That's right. I did. Oh well.
Oops.
Darn it. Should have been born earlier.
Yeah.
That's
It's not like you can catch them all now anytime you want, wherever you want.
I was slacking. It's my fault.
Okay.
Did you at least watch the Justice League cartoon?
No, I didn't watch any cartoons as a child.
God, you're awful.
You know what I did?
Oh,
I
man.
woke up on Saturday mornings, and instead of watching cartoons, I was playing, Super Nintendo 64 or
All right. That's
played
acceptable.
video games all morning instead of watching cartoons.
All right. I take that back. You're not awful.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But the Justice League cartoons were good.
Yes.
I believe it.
You should watch
But
them, especially now since you're getting into DC.
Yeah. But Justice League Unlimited is far superior to Justice League.
Way
But
better.
unfortunately, there's only 1 season or 2 seasons of it.
2 seasons, yeah.
But dude, the first season of Justice League Unlimited is amazing.
Mm-hmm. So good.
Speaking of the Justice League, the first DLC for Injustice 2 has been dropped. It's going to be Starfire, Red Hood, and Sub-Zero.
No!
No, wait. I saw this trailer, and I thought that was Sub-Zero. And I didn't actually follow up, and I said, there's no way Sub-Zero's in this game.
Yes.
I know.
And he is.
Yep.
Yeah.
He totally is.
They could have given that spot to Rorschach.
Well, here's what I don't like about it.
They could have given that spot to
Yeah, they could have given it to anybody. But you know what? You know who doesn't end up in MKX? Any DC characters. So why do they need to bring Mortal Kombat characters into DC?
Because Mortal Kombat's the moneymaker.
Yeah, this game's gonna sell like hotcakes.
Oh god,
no, well, of course. But they make more Metal Gear Solid. No, Metal Gear Solid. Jesus.
Metal Gear Solid.
Snake would be cool, actually.
He would sort of fit in.
He would. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
He'd be better than freaking Sub-Zero.
About Sub-Zero? So what, is he going to have fatalities, but nobody else is?
No, he'll just have
nobody has fatalities.
Yeah, he'll just have some finishing move.
That's dumb. He should be able to break Superman's neck.
No, actually, he shouldn't. Actually, Superman should be able to just blast him from miles away and just annihilate him. But
you guys remember? I forget what it was called. It was just DC versus Mortal Kombat, I think.
Yeah. And I actually really liked that game.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
All the Mortal Kombat characters had fatalities, but all of the DC characters just had brutalities. So dumb.
Yep.
Actually, I guess it's not dumb because the superheroes can't kill people, really.
No, they're not going to.
Batman used to kill people.
It would make that's true, but that was a long time ago. It would make sense if they had Lobo or something.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't.
He's not very nice.
Didn't Superman once accidentally throw Lois Lane into orbit or something?
Not that I'm aware of.
Possibly. Quite possibly.
Did they have an argument and he was like, you know what?
No.
To the moon!
I remember
He just took it a little too literal.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I remember reading about this. He went on a submarine. He threw somebody into space. Through the submarine.
Well, it definitely wasn't Lois Lane.
No. He was tricked. He was tricked into thinking that Lois Lane was Lex Luthor. So he threw her into space.
I don't know. He wouldn't even do that to Lex Luthor, though. Superman's too nice of a guy.
No, he was really angry.
I don't think so.
I
think that's just the Injustice universe.
I'm pretty sure.
When he kills a Joker. Oh my god.
I don't understand.
Oh my god.
Oh, Eric, it'll be okay. Don't worry.
You guys, this is titled the Brutally Angry Podcast, and we're not angry at all at the moment. So.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Listen, let's get back to Darksiders 3. Darksiders 3 sucks, man.
Wait, no, but I'm really upset with these characters. I think they suck. Starfire, Red Hood, and Sub-Zero.
What the hell is a Red Hood?
Red Hood is Jason Todd, not dead anymore. And now he's like, I'm going to be Batman with guns. So then he's
second Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, second Robin. So, Eric, if you haven't read Death in the Family, you should read Death in the Family because it's a really good story.
Is it like a trade?
Yeah. So I'm not spoiling anything because everybody knows this. Joker kills Jason Todd, who is the second Robin, and I think Rick. Was it Ra's al Ghul who resurrects him?
Yeah. Okay.
So Ra's al Ghul uses a Lazarus pit to bring him back to life. Lazarus pits give Ra's al Ghul his immortality. So he uses this pit to bring Jason Todd back to life. Jason Todd comes back as the Red Hood, and he's kind of like a really violent vigilante, way more violent than Batman, and he kills people and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's him. I like Jason Todd, but it's like he's like an okay choice for DLC. Starfire, I'm not really interested at all. and I have zero Sub-Zero interest in Sub-Zero. So
Yeah,
And you know,
yeah, I'm right there with you.
if they
Yeah.
were gonna put a Mortal Kombat character in, why did they have to pick Sub-Zero? Like, why couldn't it be
Because
one
they
of the
did
not?
Scorpion last time, and
Yeah.
Injustice 1.
Scorpion.
That's so dumb. You could put
It
someone.
is dumb. It's really
Yeah.
dumb.
I mean,
Like,
this
if
should
they're
have been a slot reserved for another DC character.
Yeah,
I definitely agree. Like, why not? I don't know. Swamp Thing's already in this game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's my main because he's so grumpy looking. I love him.
They just could have done so many more things because apparently they said there's only going to be 9 DLC characters, and if we have to save a third of them for Mortal Kombat characters, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of hoping more for I thought it was pretty cool in MKX when you got the horror pack, which was Jason,
that was neat.
Voorhees, Leatherface, Alien, and Predator. Like, that was awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
And now, obvious, it's not obvious, but there's silhouette at the end of the DLC, and people said you could see Raiden and Black Manta. And I don't know. There's only so many characters there could be. So, just kind of disappointing.
I'm sure there'll be some good ones in there. But yeah, I feel exactly the same. It's just they're just enough with the Mortal Kombat guys. I like Mortal Kombat too, but enough with the Mortal Kombat guys.
Yeah,
it should be just DC characters.
And they just made MKX like less than 2 years ago. So I mean, I think everyone's had their fill of Mortal Kombat.
I mean, if you really, really want to do something, just like release a special edition and throw all the MKX characters in there.
Or just make another pack, like make your 9 characters plus maybe some special guys. Everyone's like saying Spawn's going to be on there or something like that. That's great.
Right.
And everyone could buy. Here's a 4-pack of just Mortal Kombat people.
Right. Spawn would actually be awesome. I would like that. But I
think so too.
It's something like that.
So, yeah, there's like this big glob-like looking character on the right-hand side at the end of the silhouette of the trailer. People think it's either going to be Spawn or Clayface. So either one of those would be pretty cool if they could do Clayface the right way, but we'll see.
Clayface would be great.
He would be.
Man, that'd be
But would
awesome.
he be like Shang Tsung, like from the first one, where he could morph into other people, or do you think he'd just be like a big brute guy who could like turn into like weapons and stuff?
Yeah, I'd like to see him just as a big bruiser, and then maybe special moves could be he turns into different characters for like a second, does like one of their special moves, and then turns back. Cool, that kind of thing. You know who I'm really surprised hasn't been in any of these games yet is Parasite.
Ooh, yeah.
He would have been great.
That's a good one.
Is the Blue Beetle in this game?
Yeah.
A version of the Blue Beetle.
Yeah, the Jamie Reyes version.
Frames.
Yeah.
Not Tim Cord.
No.
By the way,
how about that kid
in the
Erich? Is he in this game?
Who?
There was a kid looking in an aquarium, and he was talking to his fish. In the first issue of Rebirth. That's all I know.
What?
Oh, he's talking about Aquaman. Yeah. Oh, he's definitely in there.
Yeah, he's always a staple for some reason.
Who is it?
Aquaman.
No, it's not Aquaman. It's
Aqualad.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll send a picture.
I don't know who the hell you're talking about. Okay.
You know what? They should have put Mira in and started as Starfire. That would have been cool.
You know what? That would have been cool. I would have liked that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
So.
Yeah, Mira's great.
Man, we are really.
And I really hate Aquaman and all his characters, but I like Mira. She's pretty awesome.
And she's hard to dislike.
You hate Aquaman?
I do. I don't know why. He's boring.
You're boring.
I probably am. Maybe you know what? Aquaman and I are so much alike. That's probably why I hate him.
If you want to get down to it, I think we're all pretty boring.
Yeah. Compared to somebody who converses with fish on the daily, yeah, I am pretty boring.
That's true. So am I.
You know what though? That could all just be in his head. Like he could just be crazy.
He could.
And he's just down there, just like, and people are like, he's crazy. Speaking of crazy, who saw the new Crash Bandicoot trailer?
Oh yeah.
I know Jason.
I saw this.
Totally.
And you know what? Can you guys hear
What?
me? Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
You keep doing this today, dude. You're like, hey guys. Cricket.
I know. I get distracted.
Focus, Eric. Focus. Stop multitasking.
I
Yeah.
played Crash Bandicoot at a Best Buy kiosk a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Good. It looks good.
It was okay.
Hey, okay, so I'm gonna be a little dumb here. I'm gonna play dumb. Is this a remastered or is this like a new Crash Bandicoot game?
It's new. It's new and a remaster. It's
Okay.
built from the ground up, but it's the original 3 games.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's a remake then, right?
I guess a remake. Yeah.
Is it PS4 exclusive? Yeah, right.
You know
gonna
what?
be on Xbox?
I think it will be on Xbox. I seem to
Maybe
remember
like a
that.
time delayed, like a
Yeah.
delayed. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it could be.
So are you gonna buy it day one, Jason?
Hell yeah.
Is it gonna come to the Switch?
No.
No.
I would definitely buy it on the Switch.
Yeah, so would I. I think we actually had this conversation a really long time ago, but yes, I would.
Yeah.
I would totally buy it on the Switch. This is the kind of thing that I would love to have on that.
Yeah.
So we won't have it.
Right.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
That sucks.
Well, what do you guys think of the new trailer? So I'm not actually sure I watched it.
God.
I didn't watch it either. I know. Jason,
Oh,
so.
damn it. Well, I did because I wrote about it. So it looks great. I mean, if you like Crash Bandicoot, it's awesome, and I like Crash Bandicoot. So there you go. The graphics look terrific, and the latest trailer is like a walkthrough of a layer from a level from I think the 3rd game, and it looks great. It's like a sewer level, and they put a lot of new details in it, and you know, it looks terrific. They did a great job. It's Vicarious Visions, by the way, who's doing the development. Then apparently they had a contest too, where you could come up with your own idle animation for Crash and submit that, and they would pick the winners, and you'd win something. I forget what it was, but they picked a winner for that, and he plays volleyball with Aku, his mask, with a piece of fruit. So there you go.
That's pretty cool.
We have that posted as well.
Nice.
And the game comes out June 30th.
Soon.
Very soon.
Kinda. In the grand scheme of things, I guess it's
relatively soon.
yeah. All right. So
Marginally.
Rick, do you want to tell us about what you're the most excited about?
About Crash Bandicoot?
No. No,
Don't
about
we
Nintendo
have
download?
something else? Yeah.
Master Blaster Zero? An NBA Playgrounds? Is that what you're talking about?
that's
'Cause
it.
I'm not
That's what I'm
excited for
talking
that.
about.
I'm not excited for that.
Oh.
But wait, so I have a question then. So do you get these games for free? Like I don't understand this Nintendo download thing.
No.
Okay.
This is like
Then
the
why was
weekly
this in the
update.
news? Oh.
It's just
Because
update.
I know the NBA Playgrounds, that's like the new NBA Jams game. So I
Yeah.
know why that's in there. But
I'm actually kind of excited about that
yeah. I'll have to see.
because I like
I
Jam
don't
a
know.
lot.
I like Jam too, but I think it might be a little too kiddie with Playgrounds.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could see that. It's a little bit more cartoony even than Jam was.
Yeah.
So
It has LeBron.
That's coming to all consoles too, right?
it is. Yeah. God forbid it should be a Switch exclusive.
As it Master Blaster Zero is a Switch exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of.
It's not exactly a blockbuster game here. Although neither is NBA Playgrounds, but you
Yeah,
know.
not by any means.
Can I talk about the most annoying thing this week from the Nintendo download?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bonk's Revenge.
Like
Because
Bonk's Revenge?
yeah, from the TG16.
Like the old. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
what's annoying
hell
about
yeah,
that?
that's awesome, right? You could play it on the Switch. No,
What?
Because there's no virtual console on the Switch, so you can play on the Wii U.
Oh,
hmm This is
so
like,
bizarre. What
I
is it now?
figured
2
that they
months
were going
since
to
launch?
have. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Come
Weird.
on.
You
I mean,
should
that's
submit a
just.
support ticket, Jason.
I cannot play my virtual console games on my Switch. What is happening? Question mark,
Just
exclamation
ask for
point.
a roadmap date. At least maybe you'll get some kind of quarter.
No.
We expect it to be quarter, question mark, date 2000, question mark.
A quarter 20XX.
There we go. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I still think it's weird, and I still think it's horrible and was a terrible, terrible, terrible move. Virtual
Yeah.
console should have been available right away.
I agree.
Exactly.
The only way that I get over this is if at E3 or sooner, I guess, Nintendo says the virtual console is launching now, and if you bought the Switch before today, you get to pick 10 virtual console games to download for free.
Then you
As
will
a-
not be getting over this. Because that's not going to
I
happen.
could see them do the first part, but maybe not the second part. I don't think you're gonna have 10 free games, but I could see them being like, "Oh, hey, this is our welcome back press conference. Oh, by the way, we have a virtual console thing."
Yeah, they won't.
Well, that's what they
No.
did for the 3DS. Is why I bring it up. They had that
Yeah.
ambassador program.
I
where
know,
only
I
a
know,
couple
I know,
of the
but-
games.
That's not happening. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do anything. I think we'll see the virtual console around holiday time, and that's
They cannot wait that long.
about it. Oh, I think they will, because I think that they're looking at this summer and the games that they have coming out this summer, the
Yeah.
cornerstone games. They're looking at those to be their big impact stuff for
Yeah, I can see that too.
yeah, for this couple of months. I don't think we see a virtual console until holiday time, which pisses me off, but I don't
If
think so.
I can't buy Super Mario World for the 5th time summer,
Seriously, right?
Well,
I've bought that game like 30 times straight.
I'll tell you something. If I think that's my most owned game, by the way. I think I have it on everything, everything it's
Yeah.
available on. If you can't load your purchases from the Wii U onto the Switch, I mean, there's something really wrong. I mean, that is like the ultimate in gouging. That's just, it's going to be horrendous. So
Yeah.
you better do it, Nintendo.
Yeah, surprisingly, it looks like Microsoft has been the only good company to really take backward compatibility like to the next level and
Mhm.
not charge you for it, which is kind of shocking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they've just done an amazing job of handling it.
No complaints at all.
Compared to when they were going to launch the Xbox One. Remember how they were going to they're kind of coming out with that program, but not to the extent of PS or whatever the PlayStation's is, where like you can pay $10 a month and you'll have this incredible library to choose from. And so yeah, I don't know.
I actually think it's pretty good. I mean, what they've got planned, it's pretty cool stuff.
I got to play a little bit of it. I was at the preview group and I got the alpha release for it, and it was pretty fun. I mean, there were probably only like 20 games, and every Xbox One game it was all Microsoft title games. So I already owned most of them, but they had a whole bunch of Xbox 360 games that were backward compatible, and they fired right up, and you got to play them. And it was pretty cool little program. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing some really good stuff. I mean, if you if you have written off and this is not the Xbox One podcast, but if you have written off the Xbox One and you're like all in on PS4, take a look, because they're doing some really, really good stuff, and there's some great stuff coming up too.
Yeah.
Honestly, once they launch that game on demand service, it's going to be like $8 a month. You can download games and play them. I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
It's like Netflix for games.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be a little more than $8 a month though, Eric. I think it's gonna be like 10 or 12.
Is it?
Fine.
Okay.
That's what I read.
If it is, it's fine.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's not. It's that's not bank breaking. I don't think, but
No,
it's
not
it's just cool that they're doing stuff like this. But then again, that's what competition breeds.
yeah,
True.
certainly.
Well,
Certainly.
all right. Oh, sir, the insult simulator.
Yes. Oh.
Easily gonna be 2017 game of the
I don't know. I'm still going Crash Bandicoot, man.
year. Anyone who needs, you got to go out and watch this trailer. It's really hard to explain this game. You basically
I thought you
insult
pegged
each
it,
other.
man. I thought you did. I thought your description was awesome from before we started.
What did I say about
Where you
it?
said it was a fighting game with words.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess that's right, huh?
It was
Because you can
awesome.
make like combos, and then there's like not finishing moves, but there's like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different characters, and they all have their insecurities.
Yeah.
That's great.
It looks ridiculous enough to be just amazing.
It's the insult.
You know what it kind of
simulator.
reminds me? It reminds me of Surgery Simulator.
Yeah, I could see
Remember that game? And it's not just because, not the actual gameplay, but just because everyone wrote that game off. They're like, that game looks stupid. And then you watch that game in like 10 minutes, you're just like, you can't breathe anymore because you're laughing so hard. And it's just ridiculous.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
It looks great though. And I had no idea this was even a thing, but it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make sure you watch it.
sir.
It's going to be a good one.
Yes, it is. That's a sleeper right there.
It looks silly, but great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Indeed.
All right, we ready to move on to reviews and releases? Unless anybody else
Sure.
has from about the fighting game with words.
No.
All right, cool.
Nadia,
pick
did you
up-
see the trailer?
Nope.
Oh, you got to watch it. You're going to love it.
It's really funny.
Yeah, really funny.
Anybody picking up Prey?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Anyone pick and pray up?
Possibly. Because now I've heard some decent things about it.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Good to hear.
Just that it's basically what I had kind of pegged it as. That
Mhm.
there's a lot of, BioShock type elements to it, and the creepy atmosphere works, and the paranoia level works, and that you don't know what is an alien as you're going through the place. I mean, a trash can could suddenly
cool.
turn into a mimic,
Yeah.
So there's that kind of stuff, and I like that idea. I think that sounds really cool. I like the whole paranoia thing. That's not done enough.
Yeah.
Now,
when you say BioShocky, do you mean like they kind of use
with like the
the
powers.
story to progress? Oh, okay, the story. Okay.
Yeah. With the mechanics. Yeah, like the powers and stuff
Okay.
like that. Yeah, and like there's a balance between using weapons and using powers, and then there's the whole thing that we were talking about where if you use too many powers and you develop your alien side too much, the station turns against you, which is pretty cool. So all that sounds pretty good to me. I do worry about the fact that I have also heard from a couple of people that the combat is a little clunky and doesn't feel smooth, and that bothers me. So
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be a game this could be a game where like you're dying to see what happens and like how the story plays out, and like a lot of the elements are super cool, but actually playing it is like a slog, and that's
That
not.
would suck. That would
Yeah,
suck so
exactly.
bad.
Yep.
That's
So
awful because
yeah.
I don't know. We all talked about how this game got like 75 trailers before it was released. So we pretty much knew how the game plays and how the whole story is and everything. So I don't know. At first, I was pretty hyped for this game, but then just the fatigue of the trailer set in. And then I started seeing like early release notes about it and whatnot and reviews, and it was just getting killed. So I don't know. I'm a little bit in between, but I'm glad to hear that it's also receiving good reviews because it does look like a great game.
Yeah, I mean, I read like all like not necessarily reviews, but it was like early word because this is Bethesda,
Yeah.
and if you're if you're a fan of the video game industry or you work in the industry, then you know that Bethesda does not really give you review copies before day of. So, it's like everything has to be like, we've played, Prey for an hour and a half. Here's what we thought. Like, like that's,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these are not really complete reviews. I haven't read any complete reviews, but
Okay.
just like thoughts and stuff like that on, after playing it for like a few minutes or a few hours rather.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm still thinking about it, and I have some credit, so I could pick it up for a couple of bucks.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anybody else thinking about getting Prey?
Maybe eventually.
Yeah.
It's one of, see, the thing is, I like it because it's single player, so I can
Mhm.
wait for a while and pick it up, like I did with Doom.
hmm
Yeah, not too worried about picking it up right away.
Yeah. I mean, Doom, like it was funny because Bethesda had the same stuff in place, the same policies in place when Doom came out, and I remember reading stuff about Doom and critics being like, "Holy crap, this game is freaking awesome! You got to play this game." I don't know why they kept it in the dark until after launch and stuff like that. With Prey, it's like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's not like crushingly great, and so I don't know.
Yeah.
Plus, a large part of me, because I loved the original Prey, so a large part of me just really wishes they would have just continued that storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
I
kind of
don't
weird. The
thoughts
big
about original Prey.
It was a weird thing that they did. No, you're definitely right, Rick. It was. I don't really get it why they had to reboot.
Yeah, good
Bizarro.
stuff.
Actually, I shouldn't even say reboot because it was more like it's more like they just started over again and tagged it, put the Prey name on a completely different thing.
Yeah,
So,
seriously.
yeah, I mean, really, it's like they could have made Alone in the Dark and called it Prey, just slapped Prey on it, and it would have been the same thing as this because it has nothing at all to do with the original Prey.
Nadia, do you have any
Yes.
thoughts about Prey?
Not really. Like all this is really new to me, so I'm just basically listening to you guys. But it sounds pretty interesting from my perspective. But I
Yeah,
don't know anything more than that.
it's okay.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Prey knowledge is. I don't think anybody's going to be talking about this game in a couple of weeks anyway, so don't worry about it.
Sadly.
Another game nobody is talking about, but looks pretty awesome is Thimbleweed Park, which came out a little while ago, but we just posted a review this week. And it is an old school point and click adventure game. Made in the style of LucasArts stuff from years past, like Maniac Mansion and Day of the Tentacle. And it's really old school looking. So if you can work yourself past the graphics, which you certainly should because it looks pretty cool in an old school way, if you like that kind of stuff, it seems pretty good. Jake, let's see, tagged it with an 80, and yeah. So if you like adventure games,
Cool.
that's out there.
And it was written and made by the people who did Maniac Mansion, right?
That's right. That's right. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got all that old school sensibility too.
Mm-hmm. It looks interesting. It looks fun, and just the whole premise about it's like it's like a fledgling amusement park, right? And then they find like a murder or something, and then you have to like you have to solve the murder from like every different perspective. Isn't that how the game is?
Yeah. There's there's a clown that you'll play as. There's these two FBI agents who are kind of like Mulder and Scully, and you play as them. And you play also as the disembodied ghost of the murder victim, apparently. So there's that too.
Awesome.
So it seems pretty awesome. I'd totally be in for this. And Maniac Mansion's actually one of my favorites, like ever. So
yeah,
I'm just looking at the review now. I think I might have to go for this.
That's cool. That's a good review then.
Yeah, he did a good job. Yeah. Jake did a very good job.
Speaking of another fun-looking PC game, We were pretty all excited when we had to release or talked about the launch trailer for this, but Immortal Redneck just came out last week, and we got a review copy. And I believe Mr. Aaron Chester gave this title like an 83 or something.
Yeah, he did. He scored it high. Yeah, 83.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyone unfamiliar with this game, it's pretty awesome sounding, and it just made it all that much more awesome from the review. What it is you're a hillbilly and you decide to go on vacation to Egypt. I don't know why. It doesn't really say why. Because that's every hillbilly's dream is to go to Egypt. And then once you walk inside one of the pyramids, you pass out or fall asleep or something, and you wake up mummified with your shotgun. And then you have a choice of going through these three pyramids, the three pyramids of Giza, and you kind of have to, it turns into a rogue adventure / FPS, and you just got to try to make your way to the top of a pyramid or something to try to make it back to Earth. And I guess it's just a really zany adventure, to say it. I don't know, put it bluntly.
It's a roguelike too.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
So, yeah.
God, it looks so great. Looking at it now, it looks so great.
Yeah. So definitely check out the review. It's just a crazy looking game. I guess it's pretty cool. But from what I've been reading with Aaron's review, it's kind of got that roguelike feature where if you die, you have to start over, but you get to keep all your skill trees and all your skills. And then I guess you get like modifiers. They're called scrolls. So one of the scrolls will be like everything turns into meat, which meat gives you more health, or it turns into gold. Another little cool feature, I guess you could call it, the skill tree Aaron was talking about. It's actual tree. So as you skill up, the tree grows bigger and bigger with different, I guess, branches for the different types of skills you can have. So I don't know. It seems like a lot of thought and details went into this game. So
yeah, when you hear the name,
pick it up.
When you hear the name Immortal Redneck, you kind of think like this is like a throwaway title, but it is not. I mean, it looks really good. Like you said, it sounds like there's a ton of stuff going on with it. Really cool.
Yeah, it's on Steam right now. It's pretty cheap. It's under $20, and it will be coming to consoles later this year. And I'm not a huge Rogue fan myself, and find them kind of difficult to play. But I'm definitely going to be picking this one up when it comes off to Xbox One.
Yeah, I think I might have to.
They should put some multiplayer, some co-op stuff going on in this one.
Yeah.
Cool.
This looks really cool.
It looks really good.
That'd be good. And
you want to talk about your scary game, Eric?
Yeah, I played a spooky game this week.
Woo!
Reviewed Little Nightmares. I reviewed it on the Xbox One. So this is a neat little game. It's actually not too long. It only took me probably about 4 hours to beat it. And you play as a little girl, and by little girl I mean like tiny, like almost not microscopic, but shrunken, not normal scale of human beings. You're tiny. And you have a little raincoat on, and you have a lighter. And you're in this, I guess it's kind of like a cruise ship. And there's just lots of horrors going on around you. You have to make your way through the environment. It starts out innocently enough. You're like escaping a type of prison that you're in. But as it goes on, there are chefs who are coming after you, and they want to cut you up and cook you. There are people like cruise ship passengers who want to eat you just raw, and they just chase you. And it's really dark. There's a lot of really dark imagery. It takes place in a 3D scale. It almost looks like a diorama that you're moving around in, your little 6 character. And it's not straight 2D. So it's a platformer. It's a puzzle platformer. You have to figure out, how to progress. But it's not too difficult. I would never found myself stuck on a puzzle that I couldn't figure out. It's just really enjoyable. You move through this really dark, gritty, surreal, ugly, grotesque environment, avoiding these monsters. They're people, but they're not.
How's the ending, Eric?
You ever played Journey?
Yeah.
Similar feeling type of ending. The ending was like, I was like, oh, that's really neat, but it wasn't like
You're like, that's it? Is there another part?
There isn't a ton of narrative going on in this game.
Okay.
The game starts with the main character having a nightmare of this tall woman, and then you wake up and you're in this prison. And there's no dialogue. The entire game is you just moving through the environment.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no dialogue at all. You get hungry sometimes and you eat things that are on the ground, and your appetite progressively turns more we'll say sinister.
Ooh.
You start out with bread, and then you eat some meat, and then we'll leave it at that. That's basically the premise. I enjoyed this game so much that I'm having trouble not purchasing the collector's edition, the physical collector's edition that comes with the soundtrack and the little figure of the main character.
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay.
It's super cool. It's really disturbing too. It's really dark. Like not dark as in you see kids get murdered, like dark as in you're looking at things that you know in your gut shouldn't exist.
Ooh.
Like almost Lovecraftian horror.
Oh.
But not.
Wow.
I'd say I hesitate saying Lovecraftian horror because it's not Cthulhu horror. It's just surreal and disturbing, and these people who are supposed to be humans, but they're not. Like it's really tough to explain, but you can get this game for $20 downloads on, I think it's on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. I reviewed it on Xbox One. It's definitely worth it at that price if you're a fan of these types of games. It's short enough so that you're not going to spend days and days and hours trying to collect everything. You just move through. There are some collectibles you can get in levels, but they're not mandatory. There's some exploration, but I really enjoyed this game.
Cool.
I think that's it
Looked really fun, so that's good to hear that it's really good. It was definitely a game on my radar that I wanted to check out.
Yeah, it really looks great.
I wish it were a little bit longer, coming from somebody who's already beaten it. But
yeah,
such is life.
Did you get a lot of Chivos for it? Just playing through it in quick 4 hours?
I think I got one for the finishing every chapter that I did, and I think there's like 4 chapters which are about an hour long, I guess.
Yeah.
And you get 50 point achievements for each one. So
okay,
it's not. I don't think it's not like a full.
Points you think out of it?
That's about what I got. Yeah, and I'm sure there's more for like collecting all the collectibles and stuff in the levels, but I didn't feel the need to go back and do that. I'm happy with the experience I got from this game. I usually only go achievement hunting or trophy hunting if I feel like I need to get more value out of it. But I feel like definitely don't.
Oh, you're right, dude. You only got like 250 Chivos on this.
Are you looking them up?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. So. But I really enjoyed it.
But not the same experience that you got from a ukulele, where at the end you felt like you had to go back and collect a bunch of stuff.
No. You finish the game and you're like, oh, well, that's really dark, really interesting to think about. It's a piece of art, is what this game is. Dark art, and I really enjoy it. There's, I don't know if I should be mentioning other outlets, but I know that GameSpot was putting put a GIF up, and if you see a GIF of this game from GameSpot, don't watch it because it's actually a pretty bad spoiler.
Oh,
one of the more unsettling parts of this game.
That's not good.
Really enjoyable.
That's not good. Why would you spoil?
I mean, who knows?
Because there are jerks there.
Oh.
Just joking. I'm sure there's some grand people.
I am sure.
Danny O'Dwyer used to work there. Now he does really good independent documentaries with no clip.
Oh, that's cool.
He did one on Rocket League, and then he did one on the new Doom. It's like a 3-part series. He's done a lot since, but really good stuff.
That.
Rocket League.
If you like video game like documentary type stuff, shout out to Danny O'Dwyer. He's not going to hear this, but he does good stuff.
Maybe he will.
Maybe.
Do you like the video games?
Danny, we talked about you in my podcast.
Woo!
Yeah. That's basically it. Little Nightmares.
And
Was
you
good.
gave it a 92 also. So everybody
Yeah.
should realize
That's serious.
how high this was rated. So it's a good game.
I take high scores very seriously.
That's true. You do.
I don't screw around with high scores. So
You screw around with
We all
lots
know
of
that.
things, but not high scores.
I screw around with cutting my finger to the bone. Apparently,
Yeah,
Yes.
doing a barrel roll.
it was more of a. Yeah, you're right.
Good
It's
Lord,
healing
Eric.
up. I think it's closed. Still getting
Well,
bleeding.
that's a plus.
Yeah. It's fine.
Thanks. Well, you guys want to talk about some free comic book day action?
Sure. Let's go to the comic rack.
Nice.
Doo-doo-doo. All right. So this past week, yesterday, was Free Comic Book Day. And if you are somehow unaware, I don't see how you could be and be a comic book fan, but if you are somehow unaware, comic book stores across the nation and verily across the world gave away lots of free comic books, not just any old issues, but special issues published by separate publishers for that day. Usually stuff that they want to highlight or draw new fans to. So yesterday there was a ton of stuff that came out. Unfortunately, I was unable to get to my LCS, but Erich went and picked up a whole bunch of free stuff. Right? What'd you nab?
Yeah, you know what? Let me grab my stack. We can go through it.
The stack.
So our store had a buy one get one deal.
That's good.
So I bought Rebirth #1 because I'm trying to get into that, and I also bought Secret Empire 0 and #1 of Marvel, and I bought the Darksiders 2 trade graphic novel. Then they gave me like 10 free books in my bag.
Great.
So in there's Rebirth's Wonder Woman, a Man of War featuring Bloodshot, a Secret Empire side story, all new Guardians of the Galaxy, World's Greatest Cartoonists. I'm not really sure where this is from. Dark Horse published an Avatar book. Bongo has a Simpsons book. Rick and Morty from Oni Press. IDW had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Archie Comics has Riverdale, which is based on the CW show. Dark Horse also has Buffy the High School Years, featuring Plants vs. Zombies. Spill Night from Scott
Say
Westerfield.
that again.
Which one?
Is it Buffy the Vampire Slayer featuring Plants vs. Zombies?
Yeah. Is that
Buffy
like
the
a...
High School Years, and it was featuring Plants vs. Zombies. Now I didn't actually read this,
Okay.
so I think Plants vs. Zombies. You know, it's not like in the same story. It's just in the same book.
It's a backup story.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry. Scott Westerfield's Spill Night. I haven't read any of these yet, by the way.
Okay.
The In Call from Humanoids, I guess. Star Trek: The Next Generation from IDW. Ballad of Franklin Bonesteel from Z2. And The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess.
Oh, nice.
So, all
Cool.
really neat. Be looking into them. Probably paging through them soon. But
Yeah, awesome.
this was packed yesterday. They were having tons of silent auctions. Buy one, get one on basically everything in the store. Unless it was like new this month or some other special items. They were selling the entire basement back catalog of more than 100,000 comics for $1 each.
Wow.
Which I was looking through it, but I was really daunted. So
Yeah.
I left. I'm like,
Should have
this is
picked
too
up
much for
a
me.
Gen X run, Eric.
Man, I don't know. Some of the silent auctions, they had Wolverines. I don't know where, if they were from movies or whatever, but they were Wolverine claws, and they had like the whole run of Guardians of the Galaxy issues 1 through 22, a bunch of other stuff. I mean,
Meh.
I didn't look at it, but
I like the OG Guardians of the Galaxies.
Yes.
look at that.
With Yondu, where he was a part of the team. Yeah.
I wonder what God. I gotta go see this movie. I want to see what Starhawk looks like.
Mm.
Sylvester Stallone as Starhawk.
I heard there's like a ton of stuff thrown in this movie, like Easter eggy type stuff. So
Oh my God, yeah. They also explain why Stan Lee's in every movie.
Is Howard the Duck in it again?
I don't think
Dude,
so.
there's like 5 after credit scenes. I'm sure he probably pops up in one of them.
I really, really badly want a Howard the Duck Marvel 2020XX reboot.
I want a Deadpool duck. That's what I want.
That neither one of those things is going to happen.
Maybe he'll be in Deadpool 3.
That would be great.
Dude, you never know what that movie.
That's very true. That is
Maybe
very
it won't
true.
be the whole movie about him, but he could be like, "Oh, I'll pop up. Oh, well, you know what though? Marvel owns him, doesn't he? All right,
Mhm.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
He is not an X-Men character.
No.
Yeah, it's true. He's a duck boy. I love him.
He's not a boy. He's a man.
What is with this?
He's a duck man.
Jason,
What?
What you said? What is with this? With what?
The boy thing. What is? It's the duck boy and gorilla boy.
I don't get it. I don't understand the problem.
I didn't think so. We'll leave it. We'll leave it alone. It's okay.
Oh, Eric, so young.
So
yeah, were there any other comics?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking about something
this week too.
We put up a couple of Valiant previews this week for the new EXO Man of War. I think issue 4. The new Bloodshot Reborn Salvation, which is coming out soon. Which stars Bloodshot as a family man. I don't really know how pleased I am with that. I mean, it doesn't. He's not like, the book is not about him and his family. Well, it kind of is, but it I don't know. Bloodshot, I don't really see as like, having a kid and everything. I just don't. But anyway, that's coming out soon, and we had a preview up of that. I will also mention that we put up a really cool preview for a new art book from Dynamite Comics for Street Fighter. And now this is pretty different from your typical art books, which just has, actual, drawings and like hand done stuff in it. This is like stuff right from the games. So it's like the stuff that went into producing Street Fighter 2 and all the different versions of Street Fighter 2. It really looks neat, and if you go to the preview that we have up, we've got a bunch of pages from the book with Dalsum and Ryu, and it looks like cool stuff. This comes out, I believe, this fall. Let me just check it out. Yeah, October this releases, and it looks really cool. So keep your eyes open for that if you are a Street Fighter fan. This week, see. There you go. That's why I mentioned it. Also, this week we just very briefly we talked about Project Triforce's first Fallout 4 replica, which is going to be the Zayton Blaster. So it's the alien blaster pistol from Fallout 4, and that looks really cool. It's really enormous. It has light up features, and of course, it's going to cost a ton, but it's cool. So we talked about that. Check that out if you like. We also had a review of Predator Hunters #1, which is a new Predator book from Dark Horse. That looked really cool.
Does that have anything to do with the new movie coming out or anything, or is it just standalone?
It does not. I believe it is a part of their shared universe, the Alien, Predator, and Prometheus shared universe that they have. But but it's not necessarily related to the movie. Which
wasn't there a movie that came out was called Predator Hunters?
No, you're thinking of Predators.
Okay.
Predators.
That's the one that took place on like that weird planet, and they fought all those people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
With Adrian Brody.
Yes. Yes. And Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody's an
What
American
is
hero.
Morpheus doing in a jungle?
He uploaded to the wrong place. That's all.
He's like, get me out of here.
Exactly. Please. So we also had Wave 2 of the 40th anniversary Star Wars Black figures. We had a story up about that. They are up for pre-order right now. From our friends at Entertainment Earth, they include a Tusken Raider, a Death Star officer, Jawa,
Can I
and
get that guy, please?
yeah, exactly. That's the one that as a kid you never wanted to get.
I know.
Like there were figures that you put off and you just hope you didn't get for Christmas, and that was one of them. And then there's a vanilla stormtrooper in this wave too, which is actually pretty cool. So those are up. And The Flash. Mac posted a review of the latest Flash episode this week, which is I Know
good.
Who You Are. Yes.
Yeah.
It had
good.
Killer Frost, it had lots of Flash, and it had Savitar, and we found out Savitar's identity in this episode.
We did.
So
It was
if
shocking.
it's spoilerific, our review. It's also pretty freaking deep. Mac did a ton on it.
Did he
So
really?
yeah, he did. So go check it out. It's cool. I won't
Awesome.
spoil it here in case you don't
Are
want to
you
know.
watching that show, Jason?
Yeah, I try to watch most of it.
Okay.
I end up missing, blocks of episodes here and there, and then I catch it on Netflix.
Yeah.
But it's a good show. It's probably my favorite superhero show on TV right now. So
Yeah, mine too.
has
Definitely
been
mine.
for a while. Yeah,
So it'll be interesting
It's
to
good
see
stuff.
what's going to happen here.
absolutely. And next season too, they said the main baddie will definitely not be a speedster. So
I
should
don't
be
know if
interesting to
that's
see
true.
that. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that they're lying on that.
Yeah, well, probably. But anyway, you can go check out Savitar's identity. It is episode 20 of The Flash.
I am gonna start watching Flash on Netflix soon.
It's worth it,
You
man.
should.
I heard it's
It's
good,
good.
and I like
It's
Flash.
really good.
It's quick.
Yep.
It's quick.
Gorilla Grodd's in the first season.
I know. There's Gorilla Boys. There's Quick Boys.
No, they're not Gorilla Boys.
There's no boy. He's
Yeah.
a guy. He's a man.
Yeah.
Gorilla.
If he were a Gorilla Boy, then he would be like 200 pounds. He's like a 600-pound gorilla.
Why
Come
do
on,
you
Eric.
guys have problems with me saying Gorilla Boy?
I don't know.
Because it's not like
He's
a
a
full-grown
psychic boy.
gorilla.
Okay.
He's not a psychic boy.
There's Beast Boy. There's Beast Boy.
Yeah, there you go.
Anytime you
An-
want to say boy, just say Beast Boy.
Isn't there an Animal Boy too?
No.
No, there's an
man.
animal man at the same
At
time.
one point, he was Animal Boy, but then he grew up into a man, Eric.
You see how this works?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a progression.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Well, then, guys, going back to our Darksiders 3 talk. And I
Why
don't think
is
we
it
need
so
to elaborate anymore. No. I'm just setting this up. Have you guys ever had some sequels or, part of a trilogy of games or just an iteration? God of War 6 didn't quite hold it for you. But is there any games out there that you're just like, oh my God, I can't buy games from this series anymore because of this game in the series? Has anybody experienced that?
Oh boy. Yeah. I'll throw Castlevania out there.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
When I was a kid, I loved the first one. I even liked the second one. The third one I thought was great.
Yeah.
Then I completely lost interest. I played what was the one on the one with Alucard? It's escaping me at the moment.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that one a lot. And then from then on, I picked up like one or two, but it just kept getting worse and worse, so I just stopped.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah, Castlevania, I think as a brand, has declined so much. And I liked the Lords of Shadow games. I actually like them a lot, but they don't feel like Castlevania to me. But I
No,
do
it's
like
Devilman Cries with a
yeah,
skin on it.
yeah. I mean, and I like them a lot, but they're not Castlevania-y enough for me.
Yeah.
So
So
Jason, here's
Yeah.
my next question: are you excited for the show?
yes, that I am very excited for.
Same.
And I will absolutely watch that, provided it's not awful. And I don't think it's going to be, because it seems like it's all the classic themes. So
Yeah, you fight Dracula.
well,
All
you
right.
don't.
Wait, what?
Oh boy.
Man. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Eric, you've ever experienced that?
I'm thinking, and
Yeah.
I really don't think I've ever gotten a game and just been so disappointed by it that I just never bought anything else in a series.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I really can't think of anything. I mean, I'm sure it's happened. I just can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Nadia, you ever run into this?
I don't think I have. But then again, usually when I get tired of a game or something, I just take like a break, and usually it goes on for like about a year or so before I
Yeah.
go back to it again. Like I don't know. I think I'm like Eric in that kind of sense where I think it's happened, but I can't remember when exactly it's happened. But I could just say that whenever I get tired of like a video game, like I can't play anymore, or I'm tired of the series, I just take like a really, really long break before I revisit it again. One of the games that I actually ran into this was Ni no Kuni. As beautiful as that game was, I actually got physically drained out because there was just so much to do, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't keep up with this, so I had to take a very, very long break. So
Mm-hmm.
so I think I'm similar to Eric in that kind of sense. Yeah.
Nice.
You know what? Actually, I'm just going to throw this out there real quick because it just popped into my head. What would have ruined the? Remember that series of Marvel? Well, I know you do. Remember that series of Marvel games where it was the X-Men and then Ultimate Alliance after that?
Yeah.
The second one I thought was really, really disappointing. And if they had come out with a third one right after that, I probably would not have bought it.
What didn't you like about the second one?
I don't know. It didn't seem to have the flow from the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and both X-Men games had really good, like the story was really cool.
I'll give you that.
The way you could the way the characters were brought into it. It was kind of its own universe, not really the Marvel proper, but the way like characters were introduced and stuff like that was really cool. So everything was good with it. The powers and the team ups you could have and all of that stuff just seemed like the second Marvel Ultimate Alliance was more or less going through the motions.
Yeah,
And the Civil War storyline just didn't work for me at all. I mean, it just didn't. And it's like, and then like one part in particular was, oh, here's Deadpool. And it was just like, oh, look, it's Deadpool and you're fighting him for some reason.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And so I think if there was a third one right then, I don't think I would have bought it. I think that would have ruined the series for me. Now, saying that, years later, I freaking love those games. Still, the second Ultimate Alliance is the biggest disappointment for me, but if they came out with one now, I would buy it in a heartbeat.
Well, isn't that what Omega is going to be?
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree with you. I thought the combat on Ultimate Alliance 2 was far superior because it was like old school X-Men Legends 2 combat where you could do the power combos, and I really liked that. And I thought kind of the animations were cleaner, but yeah, the story was just god awful.
I mean, it was terrible.
The
part that stands out to me again the most is Deadpool, because it was just like, and here's Deadpool, and he's like twice as big as your. I remember him being like super tall for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, and I didn't like the whole fact where you like change costumes and would give you different types of power sets.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I mean, it was cool because you got to try a new costume, but at the same time, like, if you tried a different costume, you couldn't necessarily play your same game style, even though it was just Marvel
Right.
Ultimate Alliance. But yeah, it would definitely change it
Right.
sometimes.
Because I remember with the X-Men, I always, like, the second I got the option of switching out of the Ultimate outfits and into the classic outfits, I did it. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
like, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So,
And those versions still suck on PC, right?
yeah, they do.
Okay. All right.
I gotta say, for me, it was Street Fighter. I just, after that one, I have not played, nor do I care to ever play that game again. So
You are correct.
Actually, you know what? It was all the way back to Street Fighter 3. It was back to 3, I remember. And I just, I don't know what it was. It just wasn't Street Fighter for me anymore after 3. So
Did you like Street Fighter 3?
no, I just didn't get into it.
I didn't either. Okay.
So
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I love like all the little branch offs, like when there was what is it? Oh, I don't know. There's all the little branch offs, like the prequels, kind of, and I don't mind those.
Alpha?
Yeah, like Alpha. I love those and whatnot. But then, and then I even like Street Fighter EX. I really enjoyed that one.
Me too.
And then, they came out with Street Fighter 3, and it just, the character models were completely different. They tried to do like 3D character models in a 2D place, and it kind of just looked funky. The combat was, for me, it was a lot slower. So I didn't really dig that. And then it was just, I don't know, just something about the game. I didn't like it.
No, I can totally understand that. I didn't like Street Fighter 3 either. I never played it in the arcade. I played it on Dreamcast, actually. And I did not like it. And I remember my friends and we didn't play it like at all. And we played Street Fighter 2, like every version of Street Fighter 2. We played to freaking death.
Oh yeah.
But this, no. And Street Fighter 4, I liked Street Fighter 4, but it wasn't the same as Street Fighter 2. See, like when the new one comes out on Switch, I will play that. The new
that
version of Street Fighter 2.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I will play a ton of that. But yeah, I know
for the first person.
Oh. I am not relishing.
They should have shipped it with just the first person view, and then you had to pay for the 2D.
Don't give Capcom any ideas, man.
Oh my god, you know how much? Oh my god, that would be the best PR nightmare ever.
Oh my! It would be fun to write that up, wouldn't it?
Dude, it would be fun.
Oh boy. Well, thankfully we won't have to. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And Street Fighter 5 is so like nothing.
Yeah. That even.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Leave your comments below if you're not a bot about games that disappointed you.
Or if you are a bot.
Tell us about some lines of code that disappoint you.
And send us dubious links.
But no phishing scams.
No, please.
Now here's my question for you guys: are there any series that have been in hiatus for a long time that you want to come back, but are worried that they're going to disappoint you when they do?
Darksiders.
All right, fair.
I would love to see what I just mentioned. I would love to see Castlevania rebooted, but from the actual lore, not Lords of Shadow, like Simon Belmont and all of that. That I would like to see that.
Cool. Yeah, I'm worried about Rampage, but
you should be.
They're going to release a Rampage. You're going to play as The Rock. I'll be very upset.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Eric,
you
did
do
you
get to
happen
play as The Rock? Or are you just saying that that'll be disappointing if you do?
It'll be disappointing.
And you will.
I don't think you're going to do that. I think what you're going to see is like an updated 3D model of Rampage.
I hope.
Because I just don't. Man, that would just be a big slap in the face. They're like, Rampage as The Rock.
I think you're totally going to play as The Rock.
I would be so
Oh,
mad.
I think you're going to play as The Rock, driving from city to city in your Jeep.
I was just thinking that.
I think
You just have to look out. You just have to look out for the monsters.
And you have to like get some sort of like really stupid thing to like try to revert the monsters back to their animal forms.
It's like Crazy Taxi, only with The Rock. And you'll have to pick up people to save them from the monsters.
Yes, there you go. All right, perfect.
Oh my god. We should write
Perfect.
this down.
Yes, we need to send this to whoever the hell is making this game.
Would you play that Rampage game, Eric?
What, where you have to play as The Rock traveling to cities?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh.
Not. Can I play as Lizzie, or Ralph,
No.
or any monsters? No.
No.
Maybe
No.
in their own Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
They would
I
have
would like
giant
a-
Crazy Taxis. Crazy Taxis.
That'd be fun. A new Crazy Taxi game.
It's totally
Yeah.
going to be crazy tacky.
How about Simpsons Road Rage? That was a good.
That was a
game.
good one.
That was a good one.
It was the first GameCube game. In fact, it's fun.
I wish I had some fanfare I could play.
Well then,
What do you
what's
guys,
what kind of
Oh,
media
you know-
is everybody consuming?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, on this, I was going to ask, specifically Eric, did you see the picture that Dwayne Johnson shared of the gorilla?
No.
No.
Check it out, Eric.
Yeah.
They're a Gorilla Boy.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Gorilla Boy.
He shared a gorilla boy. He's an albino gorilla, as the script apparently calls for, and he shared a picture on social media. So you should definitely go check that out.
I'm looking.
Okay.
Is the motion capture gorilla? Is that what I'm looking at?
I guess, but I have a feeling that's going to be the gorilla, for like the scenes where George is.
I see a guy in a motion cap suit.
There
Is
you
that
go.
what you
No.
mean?
No.
Oh, they actually showed a real picture of it?
Yep.
I thought you were trolling him with that picture.
No. That would have been great, but no.
Oh, okay. Actually, no, I have to go see this.
He shared a picture. I'm actually looking for it now and I can't find it, but I saw it. It's a picture of an albino gorilla. Let's see. Post pic from set of Rampage. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Nope, this is not it. Nope, that's not it. Okay,
I'll look for
find
this
it.
later. We're not wasting
Okay.
time with it.
Yep.
I see.
Although this is a picture from the set of Rampage. That's funny.
I see a cake with a big albino gorilla.
Yeah, I just saw that too. I was going to send that to you. Oh my god.
That's funny. That's so great.
Oh.
Okay. Well, what are you guys playing, or watching, or reading, or anything?
Stuff.
I am currently playing Watch Dogs 2, and I'm
Nice.
reading The Road by Cormac McCarthy.
Ooh, it's a good one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a very good one.
Really, really bright and uplifting. Really excited for the movie. I have high hopes.
Yeah. Well, get rid of those.
What? I'm pretty sure his wife makes it through it, right?
Totally.
And nothing happens to the main character at all, huh?
Nope. It's a
Cool,
very
perfect.
cheerful
They all get reunited at
Story.
the end, don't they?
about togetherness.
So yeah, anyone who hasn't watched or read that book, it's really generally uplifting and happy book.
Yep.
Nice.
Don't read that book. Let's just say that.
Oh, man.
I liked No Country for Old Men from Cormac
Mhm.
McCarthy.
Did you?
Yeah, I liked the book and the movie.
I never read the book. I didn't care for the movie.
You probably wouldn't like the book then. It's similar in tone.
Didn't really like it.
There you go.
I thought it was all right.
That's my review.
There you go. What are you guys playing?
Well, I am playing World to the West still because my review got set back a little bit. But it's really fun. It's a kind of a semi top down, I guess, an ISO perspective. It's action oriented, but there's a lot of puzzles and stuff like that, and it's really really fun. It's in the I think it's in the Teslagrad universe, which is interesting. It's that same kind of art style. Really fun stuff. So far, recommended.
Cool.
Then I am also about to publish a review of World of Tanks, the graphic novel, which is a collection of the Dark Horse limited series that came out, I think it was last year. And this is by Garth Ennis. And really, really surprising and cool book. If you dig World War II stuff, don't let the World of Tanks name on the front deter you at all. It isn't just some, because I know World of Tanks is not really, you don't think of like strong narrative when you think of World of Tanks, but this does have a really cool story to it about the British pushing into France in World War II. And it approaches the story from both sides, from the British and from the German side. And from the German side is actually particularly interesting because you get to see the division that exists between, quote unquote Nazis and guys who are just kind of in the military. And there's a definite difference, in particular with this tank commander that half of the storyline follows. So it's pretty cool. Overall, I really liked it, and I'm surprised that it was as good as it was.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really neat.
So just polish that off, and I'll be doing a review on.
Nice.
As far as anything else, I think that is it. And then I'm just thinking about picking up Prey. I don't know if I'm going to do that though.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. How about you, Nadia?
Well, I could tell you guys what I'm working on. I did the interview with Joshua Seth on Friday. It went very well. It was very short though, because it was just like a follow-up and I had to call a conference line to do that. So, because they were about to call me, but then the PR person called me at home and said, "Can you call the conference line?" So I did that. So everything was just really short, but it was great to talk to him about Digimon Tri Reunion. And I'm hoping to get the review out and the interview out at the very same time because they go together, because that's exactly what we talked about. So hopefully I'll get that done this week. But other than that, there's nothing brand new. But I was very, very glad to do the interview just because I've done it before. But the first time that I did it, we talked about his personal, like his career and where he grew up and stuff. And then for this one, it's more about the actual movie. So it was really great. And he actually remembered me, which was surprising. So it was pretty fun. And I also published the Geeks for Good interview on the website. So if you guys are interested in how they're using tabletop RPG gaming and Twitch, check out that article. It's in the interview section of the site. And
Awesome.
that's pretty much it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Nadia.
That's okay.
Awesome.
That was a really good piece, by the way, Nadia. I really enjoyed it. The tabletop.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks. I just had to do a little bit corrections because I asked them to please let me know if I made a mistake, because when we were doing the interview, I didn't hear them properly. So I just said, just let me know if I misheard something. And I just fixed it up and that was it. But it was a lot of fun. These last two interviews were a lot of fun and I kind of got my spark back, as I said. So it was cool.
Yeah, you're getting back in the swing. That's good.
slowly, but for the Digimon one, I can't even talk either. My goodness.
That's okay. I can't either.
for the Digimon one, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, that was pretty. It was pretty cool to hear from them again, and to And to also to for the Geeks for Good, it was actually really nice to hear about what charity they're doing next. And I like the fact that they're using this platform to do some good, even though Miles told me that he wasn't really trained to do all the work. But you see, they're actually helping these charities do what they're made to do. So that really got me, and it's really cool. You can use gaming as a platform to make a difference.
Cool.
Yeah, it's definitely neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And the article was good too, so everybody should go check that out.
Yeah.
Everybody should check out the Geeks for Good, and then our latest, which will be up soon.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I published the Little Nightmares piece last week, and I've been pretty busy with work this week. But playing Darksiders, reading The Watchmen, and Rebirth, and It, Stephen King's It. And, it's the first time I'm reading it. I am 600 pages in, I think.
First time you're reading it?
Yes. And that's basically it. Kind of don't have too much time for stuff.
You know what? Eric, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did anybody see the pictures from? This kind of fits with this category. Did anybody see the pictures from Inhumans?
No.
The staff
Yeah, I
picture,
did. They look ridiculous.
cast picture. Oh my god! If anybody hasn't seen this, it's Marvel's Inhumans show that I guess is going to premiere in IMAX and on TV. And it's like Black Bolt and Medusa and all of them, and it just looks so weird. And they released a cast picture this week with the royal family, and it's just really odd looking. So Black Bolt doesn't even have his hood or anything like that. It's just he's just kind of there, and
The only one that looked good was Maximus. He looked spot on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
But
that
the
is
rest
true.
of them just look stupid.
Yeah, yep. Oh, I guess it. No, I was gonna say I guess it's hard to translate these characters, but it's really not. It's just I don't know. Also, the question that I have with this, because I don't know anything about the storyline that they're going to use for the TV show, but is this supposed to be that these characters have been around for a while? Because in the TV show, I mean, the episodes of Agents of Shield, episodes of Agents of Shield that I've seen, they're I mean, like the whole Inhumans thing is kind of new. So I mean,
Yeah.
Are they like? Is this royal family supposed to have been around for a while, or is this?
I don't know. I can't. It seems like the Inhumans are kind of like the Illuminati. They just no one knows about them, and they've just been hidden for a long time. At least that's what I've gotten. I mean, I haven't made it much further than season 2 of Agents of Shield, but that's kind of where I'm guessing. So,
all right, that would kind of make sense. I don't know though. Oh well.
All right. Well, it's been an hour and a half.
Has it?
It has.
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Time flies when we're talking about video games with friends.
So once again, folks, if you've made it this far, you get the Brutal Gamer No Prize, and thank you.
Cool. Well, as always, I'm Eric, joined today by Nadia.
I'm Nadia. It's great to be here. Have a good day.
And Rick. And Jason.
Hi.
Right.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. See y'all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.